Beautiful day, Patriots. How are you? Today is day 23 of the 88 step program where we take our notebook and we physically take our notebook with our physical bodies and write things down so that we are aware of how we spend our day so we can keep track of, is it helping us achieve goals, or is it distracting us from goals? And we're using me as an example. We're on day 23. And some of the things that were keeping me from my goals was the procrastination, right? And watching too many kitty cat videos, right? And so when you first start goals and you say, I'm going to not procrastinate and stay away from the things that keeping me from those goals, it's easy to do at the beginning because we were filling our time with the things around the house, like cleaning it and organizing it. I was making shelves, okay? But then there comes a point in time where the old patterns want to creep back into our lives because, okay, we're on day 23. I've got 11 shelves up now, which, you know, when you think about it, you know, if you just keep plugging away, just slowly but surely, it's amazing what can be accomplished. You know, that's a shelf every other day. You know, I'm not obsessed by making a shelf every day, but if I just keep focus on this, it just really is amazing how, you know, and I'm not talking about benches and other cleaning ups. I'm just saying just the shelves. I'm like, wow, 11 shelves. Pretty okay. So, you know, we're achieving that goal. But now there's other points in times where the watching the kitty cat videos on YouTube want to slip back into my life. And I'm finding myself, say, looking for information or whatever the case is, and wanting to slip back into watching this because I'm bored, I need a break, you know, whatever the justifications are, right? And that's why it's so important to actually write these things down so that we can be aware of our day-to-day happenings, so that we can change them or enhance them. If we see that we are working hard earlier in the morning than, say, late in the afternoon, then that's when we want to focus on, is in the afternoon working hard. Not to force it when it's not coming naturally. Okay? We take advantage of it. And to stop the things that are keeping us from our goals, if we write them down on a daily basis and are focused on it, we can't ignore it when we're doing it on a daily basis. You might get away with it 1 or 2 days, but after a while, you can't keep writing something down on your list and be mentally aware of it and then go ahead saying you want to change it and then keep doing it every day. Right? It's the awareness of the actions that then give us a chance to then change them. Just because you want to change it, just because you say you're changing it, are you actually changing it? Okay? And so luckily when these type of steps happen, you can see that when you go back into, we're using me as the example, the YouTube videos or the news or whatever, learning how to do a new art, okay, whatever, you start to go, man, this is getting really boring. This is boring. You're starting to see through your own facade. Your own justifications don't work on yourself once you are studying yourself. This is the goal. We see ourselves, right, as something, and we see others as something else, And as we see ourselves, we don't think we are doing some of the things that we are doing. We do them, and they're called unintentionally. You know, like impulse buying. You can believe it's something that you're choosing to do or not, but it's, you know, plenty of case studies. If you place product items at a certain eye level on the shelves, certain places within the store, next to cashiers, the items just sell faster. Is it you? Or is it just because you're like, oh, that's right, I needed that? Just one example of many that if you're not consciously aware of what you are doing on a daily basis, we can sit there and say, I am this, and yet at the same time, never actually practice it. Many of us say, I am this, but we act differently. Or we sit there and think of ourselves as that, but maybe don't do anything to prove that that's how we are. And if we're all completely different, God made each and every single one of us different. We look different. We act different. We come from different places. We have different experiences. Each one of our days are different. How can we all be the same, right? So we're just trying to focus and worry about one person. Me, you, ourselves, just ourselves, one person. If we study ourselves, why we're doing things, why we happen to have those thoughts, we can see others. How do I want to even say that? Well, let's not even worry about others anymore right now. If we stop judging others and spend our time focusing and judging ourselves, we can be aware of our YouTube habits, because we're using me as the example, of the procrastination killer. Instead of just keep working forward, keeping our focus in our goals. Like I say, you know, go back up to the 11 shelves, you know. 23 days ago, we started the program, and it was about just cleaning and organizing, and I've gotten workbenches and cabinets and all kinds of stuff, but now the shelves are put in place and painted and, you know, looking good. Granted, I still have a lot of clutter going around because it's just moving one thing to the next to clean it up. But the shelves are just about ready to be completely filled up, and all the clutter is going to be gone. Art pieces are right around the corner. I'm already starting to do art pieces. So let's focus on ourselves so that if we can have a quiet mind, we can then go back and hear what the inner voice is telling us. Not the outer voice or the outer people or the outer circumstances, but inside where the Holy Ghost resides and can speak with us. So I hope that this gives you encouragement to realize that it is a struggle, that the daily struggle is the grind, and it's part of the 88 process. Even the great days are because we're grinding and enjoying the work. And even though the work is work, it achieves goals that are, well, you get to fill in the blanks now.